Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Talking Tradesman. With me in the studio today, I have got Tyler, the Tyler. Tyler, massive thank you for giving up your time to come in and have a chat with me today, mate. Let's talk, man. Let's talk.
No worries.
How are we anyway? First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from and all the rest of it.
My name's Tyler. Probably people watching this already know that. From Chislehurst in South London. Took me 3 hours to get here today.
Well, I appreciate that,
quite
man.
a trot, but
yeah.
I wanted something I wanted to do. Do you know what I mean? So
thank you.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this for the last 2 weeks, honestly. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Happy days, mate. Just see where it goes, really. It's just like getting my name out there, just telling my story. Everyone's got a story, haven't they? So
absolutely, mate.
So
yeah, there's, quite a few people have sat in the chair before you to do exactly what you're going to do today, which is to talk about your journey, your story, in the hope that by hearing some of the sort of issues that you've been through in the past, positive and negative, that it can then offer help to others, mate. So appreciate that, man. It's a very noble thing for you to do. I mean, this came about, I put a question out on social media asking who people would want to see in the chair, as it were, and a few people put you forward.
I did get a few messages. It's funny because I've never seen your page before. Then you tagged me. Then a few people messaged me saying I put your name forward, but then I see your page. I was like, do you know what? It's something I've always wanted to do. So
there we go.
Sort of fell in hand for me. Do you know what I mean?
It was meant to be.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, definitely.
So tell me, I mean, Tyler the Tyler, it goes without. I don't really need to ask what you do I? But tell me a little bit.
People do ask my name still when I go to the like, is your name really Tyler? And I'm like, yes, it's my name. Yeah,
changed by default.
Just clever advertising. My name's Dave Reed. I'm a plumber.
That's it. It works, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it
exactly
works.
that, mate. Yeah, but it keeps that name. It rings a bell in everyone's head. If they need a Tyler, they think Tyler the Tyler. Do you know what I mean? So it's been very good for business for me.
Absolutely, mate.
It wasn't planned. Like my parents didn't plan that. They didn't know. Do you know what I mean? It just fell into place for me. So, yeah, it's all gone well, to be honest, yeah.
So where did it all start then, Tyler? How long have you been tiling?
Right. I'm 38 now. When I left school, my mum and stepdad owned a tiling company. One of the largest tiling companies in the UK. So I just naturally fell into that course. When I left school, I didn't have no GCSEs, didn't have nothing. So it was lucky I had to fall into, really. What they'd done was they put me into a 2-year apprenticeship at Lambeth College up London. Done that 1 day a week. Going to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't really learn fuck all at college. You know what I mean? Because I was young. I was 17 years old. I was just going out drinking every weekend. I mean, a college day was on a Monday morning. So for me, it's just like a free day just to recover. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't really learn fuck all at college. But I've worked up London for 10 years. Done all the, just want to think off the top of my head now, I've done Savoy Hotel, done all the Hilton Hotels. I've done every top landmark up London because this company I work for was one of the biggest in the UK. So they got all the top jobs.
And that was your family?
My mum and stepdad, yeah. That was
okay.
their company. They had a part there. They holded 50% of it. Then they had partners in it as well. So it was their company.
So did you used to, out of interest, like when you were younger, when you were a kid, did you used to do bits in the business as well?
Not at all, mate. Not at all. No, I didn't do nothing to do with it at all until I left school, really. Nothing. I just fell into it. Do you know what I mean? But it was, my stepdad had a stone company called Aztec Stone. Then he met another person who had a tiling company and they joined together and he called it Stone and Ceramic.
Okay.
They had a stone company and a tiling company. They joined together, called it Stone and Ceramic. Still going now. It's a very, very successful company. Very successful. But so that's how I fell into it, basically. I mean, I worked up London for 10 years, but to be honest with you, I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
For what? Like, why did you hate it?
I just didn't like it. I was getting on trains every day, going from job to job. I had all my gear in my hands, carrying my tools. I just didn't enjoy it at all. So I didn't. To be honest, from my 20s, I didn't enjoy work at all. I wasn't interested in work. I'll explain in a little while. Like I had a few problems, but I just didn't have no interest in work at all. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But it's towards like the end of my 20s. Started up it's about early 30s. I started an Instagram page. I went self-employed, pulled away from the company, and just started going on my own basically. And the money I was getting from going on my own was like 3 times. Tyler's will know. I used to get like £20 a metre on site. You get taxed on that. Yeah. I charge £50-60 a metre, and I charge people cash. That's all mine.
This is because I know. Listen, mate, I mean, tiling, to everyone that knows you now, you do some fucking incredible sinks.
Yeah.
But you're talking about
I'm talking about normal tiling because I've only just
tiling.
started doing the sinks recently. Yeah, so I was a bathroom tiler, like just any floors, whatever. It was a normal tiler, ceramic tiler. But so I started doing it on my own. Started up an Instagram page in 2018, and my first post on there was an Aspinall of London in Westfields, a very good, very well-known shop, I tiled the whole entire outside of it on my own.
Okay.
Right, and I've got some lovely pictures of it. So that was my first post on Instagram. Then I started taking a liking to Instagram with the work and that. But I only had like 200 followers on my page. Yeah. And I was out one night talking to a bloke called Tommy Bateman. And I said to him, "Are you busy with work?" And he went, "Yeah, I'm flat out." And I said, "Where'd you get your work from?" And he said, "Instagram." I said, "Instagram?" I said, "How'd you get work off Instagram?" Because I've had 200 followers for a year or two, didn't get no jobs off it at all. He went, he looks at my page, he went, "You ain't got many followers." He said, "You don't follow people either." I didn't follow him, it was just my friends following me. So what he said to me, it sort of like rung a bell in my head, and I sat there thinking about it. And then the next week, I followed 4,000 people. I thought, who could use me? So I followed bathroom fitters, kitchen fitters, plumbers, builders, renovate, whatever. I followed everyone.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, in the course of a week, I got like 2,000 followers back. And then my page started getting seen by people. Then I got the buzz for it. Yeah. Got the buzz for it. Then just started making videos. It's quite, you have to put quite a bit of time and effort into it, if I'm honest.
Do you know what, mate? Before you move on past that,
go on.
you made a really good point that I just want to highlight, because there's a great tip in that for anyone that's looking to expand on social media. With social media, what I find, so my industry is painters and decorators, and I tend to find that some of the decorators on social media, they get a little bit lost with what they're trying to do and how they're trying to grow. The great point you made there is you followed a load of people that you knew could use you.
Exactly, yeah.
So you followed people. Exactly.
There's no point following people that ain't going to use it. It's just a pointless thing, so you need to think about it.
There we go.
Think outside the box a bit.
So what I'm getting at is, like, with my industry, you tend to find, and there's a good community, but you tend to find a lot of decorators go and follow other decorators.
Yeah, of course, but it's no point doing it. What's the point? A decorator hire another decorator, is he?
Exactly.
It's just pointless. But saying that, I do have... So I've done that basically, and I do have a lot of following from Tyler's, though. A lot of Tyler's follow me. So I've jumped off the subject there, but what was I saying? So I started taking a lot of time and effort putting into these videos for social media. Of course, I got the buzz for it. I started getting loads of work off it. Then all of a sudden, I went from sitting on the sofa, I had no work every month, to being flat out, yeah? And then what I'd done was I had so much work, and I employed someone. I had a Romanian fella called Gabriel, very good Tyler. He was working for me, and he was so good, I took a step back, and then I just started picking and choosing nice jobs for myself.
Okay.
I had him working full time for me. So I'd done that, and then it just grew from there. Really, people started getting more of a following. It started I just trying to think how to explain it. Really, I just kept going with it, and followers kept increasing. I started paying to promote my posts. Then I found another way of getting followers. If you pay to advertise on there to boost your posts, you get like, I think I spend £100 a weekend, but I do it on the weekends. Because on the weekends is when everyone sits on their phone. Yeah. So you do it I boost the post from Friday to Monday morning. Then I gain a couple of hundred followers. But out of them couple of hundred followers, you're going to get a couple of jobs out of that. So that £100 is well spent. Yeah.
Exactly,
people don't want to do it. I'm a believer with advertising. You've got to spend money. You've got to get yourself known, because if no one knows about you, you're worth fuck all. Yeah. So that's a very important point. That is, you can be the best at anything in the world, but if no one knows about you, you're worth nothing.
100%, mate.
So I spent a lot of money on advertising, growing the page.
Let's pause there a moment to say a massive thank you to our headline sponsors, Zinsser. Now, I am over the moon that Zinsser have got on board to support the Talking Tradesman podcast, because genuinely, we use Zinsser products on virtually every job we do in my business as a painter and decorator. Zinsser are a renowned and established brand. They do things like primers, sealers, and stain block coatings, and also things like the mould and mildew resistant finishes that they produce, such as the Perma White in front of me here. Zinsser are well known for their stain block and adhesion primers, such as Bin and Bullseye 123, and their new product, the Bin Aqua. Zinsser's products are well known for their high performance and ease of use. They cater to both the professional and DIY market, and the Talking Tradesmen are once again over the moon to have sponsored with Zinsser as our headline sponsor. Now let's get back to the episode.
And that was it, really. And then I'll get to the sinks. What happened with the sinks was about a year ago. No, sorry, I'm going to tell you something first. I was tiling, and there's two main companies in tiling. There's Ruby and Sigma. They're the two leading brands, yeah? I was on a job, and I use Sigma tile cutters, right? You put a foreign language to you, but
it is, mate. But there'll be people listening that it'll work out too. So talk to them.
Right. So what I've done was, when I was tiling the bathroom, for a laugh, I said, Sigma, if you're watching this story, if you don't send me a new tile cutter tomorrow for free, just having a laugh, I said, I'm going to throw all your tile cutters away and buy a Ruby, yeah? Just messing about, yeah?
Yeah.
Within 20 minutes, the Sigma boss see it. He messaged me, he said, what one do you want? And I said, what? I said, really? And he said, what cutter do you want? So I said, I want the new 900 one. It's like £800 cutter.
Yeah.
He sent it out to me within 2 days, yeah? He went, I love your stories, love your page, mate. He said, all the best. So then I started I had a really good, started a good relationship with this geezer. Started promoting his products. Then everyone's seen me using the Sigmas. Loads of people buying the Sigmas. The point I was getting with that is the same person who gave me the tile cutter, Derek from Sigma, about a year ago now, he messaged me. He went, have you seen the sinks that everyone's building? I said, no. And at the time I was indoors, I was laying indoors, I got colitis, I was ill. Didn't work for a couple of weeks. And I went, no, I haven't, no. And he sent me some pictures and I was just like, I wasn't really interested. Then he told me the prices they go for. And he said they sell for about $2,000 each on average. I said, what? I said, really? So I looked into it, then he got me attention a bit. Do you know what I mean? Because I looked at a sink and I thought, I can fucking do that easy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So then I laid there over the course of 2 nights just watching YouTube videos on how to build porcelain sinks. Went out, bought some boards, bought some tiles, bought all the gear, and I built one in my garage in 2 days. Yeah. Put it on my page. Everyone just they got the most likes I've ever got. Got 1,600 likes compared to a normal post getting 200 likes. Then people started messaging me saying, can you build me one? Then just from then, I thought, right, if I can charge on average £1,500 a sink, I'd work all fucking week in a bathroom for 1,500 quid, being on site from 8 till 5, stressing with other trades, all the bollocks. I can earn that in the comforts of my garage or a little workshop. I thought, now I've just got to try and push this as much as I can. So I did, and that's it, mate. It just took off for me with them sinks, and that's all I do now. But the thing is, along the way, all the tilers have seen me doing it, and then I was just getting bombarded with messages from tilers. Can I come and watch you do it? Can you show me how to do it? Can I pay you to come and watch you?
Yeah.
Then a few people said to me, they went, why don't you do a college course, like a training course, sorry. And I was like, I can't bother with it, mate. Then it played in my mind a bit because the amount of messages I was getting, And I thought, well, if each sink's 1,500 quid, can charge 750 a grand for each person, it's a no-brainer. So I put a message on my Instagram, and a very big company called Trimline see my story. Yeah, they messaged me, and I haven't. The people do know this, but they don't know the full in depth the cost on that, which I'm going to explain now. Trimline approached me and they said, Tyler, we've seen your story. We're happy for you to use our classroom if you want to do training down the road. So I thought, fucking brilliant. This is now falling into place for me. I've got a classroom and I've got loads of tilers that want to learn, yeah? So I went down to Trimline to meet the boss and that, to have a little chat with him, expecting the classrooms to be, £1,000 for 2 days. I've got to buy the materials, all the tiles, the boards, everything. I was expecting about £2,500, £3,000 for the 2 days, yeah? When we started talking about money, they went, no. They said, no. They said, we just want you to bring people through the door. They said, we're not charging you anything. They said, we want you to use all of our products, advertise our products. Yeah, we'll give you the tiles, the adhesives. I didn't pay £1 for anything. Yeah. And now I've got 10 people a class charging them $750. That's $7,500 for 2 days' work. Yeah. For me, that was amazing at the time. That was
of course, yeah.
For me, that's fantastic money. And to be honest, it wasn't working for me because I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed teaching. I was really nervous before the lead up to it. I was like, I've never taught people. Like, I can't do this, shitting myself. But then when I got in the classroom, talking to everyone, I fucking really enjoyed it. So I've had really good time, earned fantastic money. And that's it, mate, really. It's just like gone from there, really. It's just been, then what I've doing, I've done it 3 times. Now I've got a nice little workshop. I just train people one-on-one. They come to me whenever they want. And that's it, really. But along the way, I've had tilers watching this will know, and my followers will know.
Yeah.
I've had problems with 3 tilers.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. They just don't like me.
Problems in what respect?
Mate, not problems, not problems at all, but they just
social media stuff.
Mouth me on social media, trying to run my name down,
right?
Screenshotting stupid things, slagging me off, sending me silly messages. I don't know what it is. They just don't like me, yeah. And I've had a few arguments with them, but the thing is, and there's one account as well. Just thinking whether to mention their names, really. Just don't want to be that person, but
Listen, mate, I will leave that entirely up to you.
I don't know. Right, so one of them, I'm not going to mention names, I'm not that person. I don't want to give them publicity either, if that makes sense.
It's probably the best thing, mate.
Yeah,
Listen, you know who you're talking about. They know who you're talking about
as well.
Yeah, exactly.
There was an account of over 100,000 followers, yeah? He was taking a piss at me saying, who would want to learn off Tyler? He don't know fuck all, yeah? But then, what I also did as well was I made some videos before the college course. And I started selling videos, yeah? This is where all these arguments started. The Tyler started taking a piss at me saying, who the fuck would want to spend £50 on a video from him? But little did they know, yeah? I took £1,500 the first day I advertised videos. They're in their bathrooms on site slagging me off, not knowing what I'm earning. I'm looking at them and thinking, like, what the fuck is going through your head? Like, why are you, do you know what I mean? What's your problem? I've never said a bad word about them. And why are you even going down this road? Because really, they was all sitting there, laughed. There's all a little group of them taking the piss out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All taking the piss out of me for no reason. Yeah. All having a joke on me. But really, the fucking joke was on them. Because I've just took 22.5 grand in 6 days' work while they're in their bathrooms trying to take the piss out of me. Do you know what I mean? So the joke was on them. But I never once turned around and said that at the time. I just let them do their thing. Just let them do their thing. Just let them, whatever. I ain't got time for it. Do you know what I mean? And they still to this day, I just blocked them. Start up different accounts and message me from different accounts. They just can't leave me alone, mate.
What's the content of them? Like when they're messaging
mate, I'll tell you what, one recently, a couple of months back, he started 0 followers, 0 just messaged me. How comes you've stopped your courses at Trimline? I've heard you got kicked off. I said, what do you mean you got kicked off? I knew straight away who it was. There's only one person that was just... I said, how did I get kicked off? He said, I've heard one of your sinks leaked. I said, what sink? I said, I don't build sinks for Trimline. What are you going on about? He hasn't got a clue, but just constantly digging, trying to... Yeah. I said, what are you going on about, mate? Every argument I have with them, I always win. They can't, but they just constantly have to keep having a dig, trying to run me down and just... And the sad thing is, they are starting up different accounts to fucking watch my page.
It's mad, isn't it?
Mate, I don't understand it.
I must admit, mate, I don't
understand it, mate. I don't, all I do is try and help people. I don't badmouth anyone. I ain't got time for it, mate. Like,
I don't know where it comes from, personally.
But what it is, I've sussed it. It's fucking jealousy, mate. It's like, because you look at their accounts, they're not doing as well as yours. It's a jealousy on social media. You've got the following, you're getting the likes. Because you look at their accounts and they're trying really hard, but they're not getting anywhere.
I've read a quote, mate. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but because I'd butcher it if I tried.
Yes,
right. But the sort of like general gist of it is, at first they mock you.
Then they follow you or something.
Then they follow you. Then they want to know how you did it.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's
There's
how
another
it goes.
quote. You never see winners hating on losers. It's always losers hating on winners.
Yeah.
Winners ain't got time. People that are doing well, just getting on their life. Why have they got time to fuck about? Like looking, you're doing... It's petty.
Listen, mate, I'm fortunate that I've got quite a few successful people around me.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur types, people that are at the forefront of their industries, not just in construction, like some of my own personal friend circle. Yeah. And I guarantee you, mate, with that kind of person, if you turn around and go, do you know what, mate, I've got this idea, I'm going to try this. Yeah. They'll be there going, yeah, man, back it. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Give it a try.
You need to be around people like that.
What is the worst that can happen?
Mate, that's my outlook. You've got to try things, otherwise you never know. You've got to just do it. Just do it. Do you know what I mean?
You're an example of the success of that. But if you revert that back to the first time you tried to sell one of the courses, what's the worst that could have happened there? Nobody booked on.
Exactly. I always say to people, people are so too scared to start or try things. They're like, I'm like, you just got to do it, mate. What's the worst that can happen? If it ain't going to work, crack on, do it. Try something else.
It don't work.
I've tried loads of things. Things have failed. It's like everyone. It's this thing about overnight success. There's no such thing as an overnight success because there's been 15 years in the process of that to get to that overnight success. People look at my page, they message me and say, "Oh, Tyler's, you're an inspiration. You're doing so well. You're having off. You've got a little workshop." I'm like, but it's taken me 20 years to get there.
Yeah, man.
20 years, but they don't see that. Yeah. They don't see the 5 years I've put into all the effort with Instagram, the thousands of pounds I've spent advertising. And they're like, oh, wow. And I'm like, mate, you just got to start. The best thing you do is just start. Stop comparing someone else's 20-year success to your day one. Just get on with it.
100%, mate.
Just get on with it.
It's such a valid point. It really is. I mean, I've had people ask me the same about the podcast, like how did you start it? Why did you start it? Because it seems, and quite a few people have said, it's just exploded, hasn't it? It's only been going less than a year. I'm like, well, yes, it has. But what you've just said, my journey to get to My journey to get to hosting a podcast is a 10-year journey.
Yeah.
But I've spent 25 years in the construction
There you go,
industry.
mate.
So the whole...
It's the whole
Exactly.
build-up. All of that knowledge combined has got you here now.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, do you know what I mean? You can't, it's not like you can buy for knowledge, mate. It's just has to be earned.
It's the whole process. But what you just said there, mate, is spot on. It's great advice. Yeah. If you have an idea or you think something could work, just do it. Just take that first step. It's the old, throwing out old quotes.
No, mate, you are, mate. You've got to do it, mate. I was going to walk away from tiling 2 years ago.
Really?
I was going to open a coffee stall outside the train station 2 years ago. I was ready to give it all up because I was so adamant this was. But yeah, I opened up the company name, company accounts, Instagram. I was going to buy. I had all a horse box.
Yeah.
Converted into a coffee thing.
Yeah.
I'd ordered $8,000. The geezer was ready to build it for me. The only reason it backfired on me is I couldn't get the spot outside the train station. I spoke to the council, then I had to speak to Network Rail. I couldn't get it, and at the last minute, it just all fucked up for me. But I was willing to walk away from it, so I thought that will be a good earner for me. Because outside this train station, Bromley South, I looked up all the statistics of how many people go through the station every day, hundreds of thousands, yeah? So I thought, that coffee, I spoke to coffee suppliers. I'd done all the research. I thought, it would be slow to start off with, but it will kick off. But then I ended up doing the sinks and that, do you know what I mean? But I was willing to try that and walk away from it. I thought,
so how long you done the sinks now?
Sink just over a year, mate.
Is that it?
Just over a year, yeah.
I've got to say, mate, I mean, as I say, hands down, I've seen them on your profile and they look incredible.
But if they're beautiful, and the thing is, they go in lovely houses, nice big bathrooms.
You do they go in commercial?
Mate, I've got it's funny you said that. Bloke messaged me a couple of weeks ago. He said it was 25 sinks built for a commercial property next year.
Wow.
So I'm hoping that comes through. I'm like, fucking come on, do you know what I mean?
I mean, just some details on the sinks that you do. Can you do them bespoke? Can you do different sizes?
They're completely bespoke. Yeah. Every sink I make for every room is in different tiles to match their bathroom. They give me the measurements. It can be length, width, height, whatever you want, completely bespoke. So no one else has got your sink. That's it. And also, most people have it built out the same tiles as the bathroom. So they match with the bathroom. And so, mate, listen, they look fucking lovely.
Oh, they're beautiful. They are beautiful.
And the rooms they go in. And do you know what the best thing about it is? You're dealing with a richer client. Not being snobby or anything, but you're dealing with a richer client. So when I used to have problems getting money off people, you work all week for 1,500 quid, ask people to pay you, you're still chasing money 4 or 5 days later. Right? With this, these people that got dough, I say, right, it's 50% up front and 50% on delivery. Paid, it's just in my bank straight away. There's no stress. For me, them sinks, I'm telling you, they've changed my life, mate. Last year, financially, was my best year I've ever done. It's like, for me, and I didn't work half as hard as what I used to tiling bathrooms.
I love to hear it, mate.
It's fucking, like, for me, it's just fantastic. Like,
just out of interest, because where my head went there with the training courses, if you train up a load of people to make, are you training your own competitors?
Right, listen, this is what everyone says to me. This is what so many people say that. It's a good point. Right, when I was a tiler, there is how many tilers out there? Hundreds of thousands in this country, thousands. I was busy because people wanted me to do the tiling, and that's with thousands of people doing tiling.
Yeah,
the sinks, there is Miters UK, Well Bespoke, Tailor Made. That's it. 3 companies.
Okay,
and there's other tilers that do it, but not many tilers that do it. Yeah. So there's hardly anyone that does it in the UK, not many people. And the thing is with me, if you look at my page, it's just all sinks. Not as if you look at another tiler's page, it's got the odd 1 or 2 sinks. Why are you going to have someone else do that when they do it occasionally, when you can have someone that does it who builds them week in, week out? And you look at my page now, what I've done is I had loads of posts on now, but what I've done is not delete them, archived them, whatever it's called, removed them off, and I've just kept all of the finished pictures installed in finished rooms, so people look at my page, it's all lovely basins in finished rooms. Do you know what I mean? So it looks professional. I put a lot of time and effort into Instagram. Do you know what I mean?
Where do you work, Tyler? Like, if do you do UK wide?
Mate, whole country. My brother.
Do you install them yourself, or do you ship them?
I can do. I just do supply only, or will install it as well for a fee. But I'd rather not get involved with installation. If I'm being honest, I'd rather just. Most people just get the builder to do it, or the plumber. It's just 2 brackets, just bolt onto the wall. Very, very simple. So I'd rather not get involved with it, but occasionally I do.
Okay.
Like I've got a job I'm building 5 basins for just after Christmas. They want me to install them. So I'm going to install them. It's a big job. But I want to install them because the rooms are finished.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get some nice pictures, all finished pictures. So don't mind doing that. Do you know what I mean? But I'd rather not get involved because I lose a day driving there, installing it, when I could just be building more basins already, mate. Do you know what I mean? So I prefer to supply only. But we said that where do I work? I've also got a workshop. I told you that in Chislehurst in South London.
Okay.
But I supply the whole of the UK because my brother, he drives anywhere. If I just give him pay him $250, and he'll drive anywhere.
That's cool.
He don't mind driving. So
it's just going through my head, mate. Like if somebody in Scotland wanted one, would you have to take it up there? I have
calls. The funniest thing, I have calls from Liverpool, and in Liverpool there's that Well Bespoke, and it's funny because when the first sink I built, that Well Bespoke, he attacked me as well. He tried giving me. He went, "You're a cowboy. You can't build sinks." I put it on social media. My followers will remember it. And I'm like, "What, mate? Again, like, what the fuck?" I said to him at the time, "Are you the only person that can build a fucking sink?" I said, "What is going through your head, mate? You're at the other end of the country. Fuck off." Do you know what I mean? Like, not be, do you know what I mean? Just go. And then I have people from Liverpool now ringing me to build their sinks when they've got it, and I find it funny. Do you know what I mean?
I don't understand the mentality myself,
mate.
But it's
I don't understand how some people get on with it. I just like, I'm not being rude, but I couldn't care less what other people are doing. I'm just so tunnel visioned on what I'm doing and like focused on my work and my life. Why do I care what fucking Edward the Chippy's fucking doing from Scotland or fucking why do I care about anyone's? I don't care about no one. Not being rude, disrespectful people, but
no.
I'm just focused on me.
You're in your lane.
Mate, sit, mate. And I don't need to, do you know what I mean? That's it. I'm just focused on me, go work, my boy, and that's it, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Man.
That's it, mate. But there's been some problems along the way, though. I will talk to you now about this.
Exactly, mate. I mean, getting onto that, I think
we've spoke about work, but
you said yourself when I very first spoke to you, mate. You said that people had probably put you forward because you're quite open.
I speak
quite vocal.
I speak freely about things. Yeah.
So listen, mate. I mean, the podcast here, we talk about mental health. We talk about people's issues. We talk about things in construction that pull people down. You've had your own battles.
Yep.
Let's get on to that.
Right. I'll just take you back to the beginning, really, where it all started for me. When I was 17, it was probably one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in my life. I tried cocaine, and I remember the day I tried it. I was driving through a park on my scooter, I had a moped, little Gilera runner. There was these boys there, and I knew them from the area, and I was a bit wary of them because they were bigger than me. I was a slim little kid on myself. I wouldn't nip my scooter. I was worried about them, and they called me over. Started talking to them. They seemed all right with me. I was like, sweet. They had a little chat with them. I see them all drinking beer and that. And I kept noticing them doing little things with their nose. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What's that? What are you doing?" And they went, "There, just put a bit on your gums, try it. Does that make you feel good?" Now, I'd done it. Yeah, I tried it. But prior to that, I'd never had any knowledge on drugs. Not blaming anyone else. I take full responsibility for everything I do. I'm not blaming my mum, my dad, but they never mentioned drugs to me, said drugs are bad for you, so I never knew about them. And I was never taught in school that drugs are bad for you. So I'd never had any knowledge. So I was going into this open-minded, Tried it, and I remember just driving home feeling fucking, whoa, do you know what I mean? Like I'm a bit fucking wired, buzzing, blah, blah. Then from then, I started doing it on the weekends, and my pals started trying it. And to be honest with you, mate, it was just something that got well out of control. I've lost about 18 years of my life to it, really. Like,
as long as
I'm still coming out the other side of it now.
Yeah.
All I'd done was when I work for the weekend. Every weekend, I'd go out all weekend sniffing, taking drugs with my mates. All of my mates done it. It got to the age of about 27 when things started getting got worse, really, because all of my friends were drug dealers. All of the people that I associated with were all drug dealers and like heavily involved with drugs and shit. So I had it constantly around me. So I was just taking loads of drugs, and the thing is though, at the time, it didn't seem a problem to me. Was
it just a weekend thing?
Just a weekend, all weekend. Yeah. But I wouldn't sleep all weekend. I'd go out all weekend just taking drugs, like all through the night, all day, all night. And the thing is, it wasn't a problem to me at the time. I didn't see it as a problem. I had my mum always saying, you got to go rehab, but I was like, all right, mum, I'll sort myself out. And then Yeah, it's just around the age of like 27, 28, it just got a bit out of control, really. I was just doing it all the fucking time.
Do you know what, mate? You said you're what, 38?
Yeah,
So I'm
38.
40, mate. So we're not too far
Yeah,
apart.
yeah.
One of the things I kind of feel I need to point out is when we were in our 20s,
Yeah.
that was normal, mate.
Mate,
Like,
I swear
lad
to God,
culture was
everyone
that.
I fucking knew.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone now that don't take drugs. So it was normality to me.
Yeah.
It was just not justifying it, but it was normality to me. All my mates were fucking drug dealers. Like, so, and then the thing is, what happened was, then I always liked going gym when I was younger. Cool. I just always trained on and off. And so then what I was doing is, when I was taking so many drugs, I didn't like being slim. So I started injecting steroids, testosterone every week. So now I'm injecting testosterone, sniffing all weekend. I was doing that. It's just all the time. It just got fucking, so it just kept on going to the age of 30, really. It was just crazy, mate, really. And then what happened was, it was a blessing in disguise for me.
I just wanted to take a moment to thank this episode's sponsor, Worcester. For over 170 years, Worcester have crafted the highest quality paint applicators and accessories in their home of Worcester, Ohio. Worcester produce premium equipment that provides a brilliant finish and stands up to the hard work that professional decorators do in their job every day. Their top quality tools include the Gold Edge and Silver Tip brush range. They also produce a wide range of rollers and innovative tools such as the Lockjaw, the Pelican paint kettle, their whole range of rollers and innovative tools such as the Dust Eater. These are all tools that we use in our business on a weekly basis. Worcester's dedicated to better results with less effort. Thank you to Worcester for supporting the Talking Tradesman podcast. Let's get back to the conversation.
All of my mates got arrested. In the space of a year, I lost everyone. I lost my girlfriend. I lost all of my friends. But that, for me...
Got arrested because of the drugs?
All for the drugs, yeah. I'll tell you in a sec. But they all got arrested. I think I was around the age of 32. I'm 38 now. I lost everyone. But that's a blessing in disguise for me. Yeah? But the problem I have is, I lost everyone. And then now I've been doing drugs for 15 years. It's just in my system, right? It's a habit. So I'm sitting there now on my own, doing drugs on my own. I'm like, right, I've got to stop this. Started trying to stop it. Couldn't stop it. Kept going 3 months, 4 months, stopping, then fucking up again. Then gradually trying to get it out of my life. And it got to the point where about a year and a half ago, I left, didn't touch alcohol because now I don't like doing it. My head's changed now. So I used to love it. I used to always couldn't wait to do it. Now I don't like doing it. I can't stand it. It fucking gives me the hump. But I went for 13 months without touching alcohol and drugs, the longest I've ever went. I actually put a post on my Instagram. I got a lot of nice comments and that. But I took the post down because I slipped up.
Okay.
About 4 months ago, 4 months ago, I went up. It was my brother's engagement party. Now, I hadn't sniffed or drunk for 13 months. And I thought, right, I'm going to go there, just have a couple of soft drinks, go home. I've gone now. Brother, all of his mates, all drinking, taking drugs. That was it. So I thought, fuck it. Done that. To be honest with you, I didn't really have the hump with myself that much. So I thought, I ain't done it for 13 months. I thought, if I can keep it or just gradually get it out of my life, do it once a year or whatnot, it ain't so much of a problem. But the reason it was a problem is because I was doing it every weekend, and it was fucking my life up. Without looking back now, what I used to do, it's just fucking crazy. And I was just lost. And like I say, I've made no progress in 18 years. I haven't got a mortgage.
Let's delve into that a bit, mate. When you say it was fucking your life up, because the thing is, and I've had quite a few people sit there building trades, mate. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's more people that do than don't when it comes to drugs, and particularly with coke. It's one of those, mate. It's a hard industry, isn't it? We work hard, but a lot of blokes work hard, play hard.
Everyone knows take drugs, drink and take. A line of coke goes hand in hand with a pint. Yeah. So everyone that goes down a pub with their mates, they'll end up doing a bit of coke. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't know anyone that don't do it, which is crazy. The problem I had was all of my mates, like I say, they were drug dealers. Right, so I had easy access to it. I was getting it fucking whenever I wanted, which was a bad thing for me. So we're just always doing that sort of shit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I want to get into, mate, because we can talk about obviously doing drugs and that, but what was the issue with that? Because we could talk about doing drugs and it'd be like,
I'll tell you the issue now. I've spent £600,000 on coke. Yeah, throughout my 20s.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I've worked out my wage from my company. I sat down and done all the maths. I've worked out the wages that I used to earn with the company I used to work on, an average wage per year. Yeah, I used to work all week and go out all weekend, spend all my money on gear and drink, partying. I've got no mortgage. Yeah, so that's where it's fucked. That's why I say it's fucked my life. Like, because I could be mortgage free now.
Yeah,
could be in a good, but I'm still now repairing the damage that I've done in the past 18 years. My credit file don't clear for another 2 years because I've got CCJ on it. My credit's fucked from it. I've paid off loads of debt. Do you know what I mean? I'm all right with money now. I earn good money, but my paperwork's fucked. I didn't do tax returns for 9 years. 9 years. I've just started doing it. I've done 4 of them. Got to do another couple in the next month. Like, so now I'm repairing. I'm getting myself out of this fucking big hole that I've dug in the last 18 years. Do you know what I mean? It's just craziness, mate.
Listen, mate, what I would say, though, it's never too late to start.
Mate, of course not. I don't see it dwelling about it. I'm sweet. I'm positive. I'm very positive mind. I'm tunnel visioned. I know I'm going to be successful and do what I've got to do. I know. I've got everything planned out. When my credit clears, buy a little flat, spin it, keep flipping flats, keep doing my sinks. Just grow with it, mate. Keep going with it. I'm not... So I still time. I'm 38. I'm not old, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, most people don't be successful till they're 45, 50.
40 is the new 20, mate. I keep saying this because I've turned 40. But mate, listen, I've been through a very similar situation, mate. My credit file cleared this year. And that was, don't get me wrong, like, I can sit here and talk about my experience. So I've been in the building trades my whole life. Grew up football, rugby, that was my thing. So I was very much lad culture. I didn't touch drugs. Drunk from a very early age. I was always drinking, binge drinking. I've always had a real irrational fear that if I touch drugs, I'll die. I don't know. I've always thought...
That's a good thing. It keeps you away from it.
Exactly. I've always thought if I did a line of coke, it'd be a bad line and I'd be the one that died.
It's a good thing. It keeps you away from it.
But I've been around it my whole life. Do you know what I mean? If I went out with mates in my 20s, there'd be more doing it than not. I've just never delved into that particular thing. But me personally, mate, I mean, I went through a divorce and some of the stuff that went on alongside that fucked my credit rating. So I've just come out of that myself and I'm 40. So, it's
a lot of people
out
there. It's just people don't speak about things like that. People don't keep it hush-hush, don't they? But I'm quite free with what I speak. I'm not trying to impress anyone.
But to me, that's part of the problem, mate.
Exactly. People don't speak about it. People don't get things. They bottle things up. I'm not like that. I just speak. I just talk to someone. If someone wants to talk to me. I'll talk to you.
Mate, there's no... I mean, particularly, like, I don't want to go too far off topic with it, but credit files, mate, that's so easy to fuck up.
Mate, they are. You miss a payment, you take cash out of cash machine, it affects your credit file.
Yeah.
Like,
it's mad. Not allowed to have cash. Mate, I had... listen, this is confession time for me here. I had 2 CCJs against me this year because of parking fines.
Right, that's what I've got mine from
4 years ago.
Right, that's what I got mine from. But the thing is, I moved address and I didn't know I was getting the letters. So, but what I had 2. I've got rid of one, but the other one I can't get rid of. It's been there too long, and I've got to sit it out now, and it comes off in 2 years. And it was for I fucking parked outside a sunbed shop. Fucking sunbed. It's fucked me for 7 years. It's like, it's crazy.
It's mad, isn't it?
Mental, mate. So
I had it, mate. I parked and it was only local to here. 4 years it took. And I was one of them, if I'm honest with you, I ignored it and I was like, I ain't got to pay this. It's on private land. They won't do nothing. And in the rare occasion, they did. I got 1 CCJ and I got 2 parking fines about 3 weeks apart. And I got a CCJ for it. I was like, fucking hell. So I've got to pay this now. And I'd missed the summons. So I paid it. But if...
You've only got a month to pay it.
A little bit of knowledge for you. If you get a
pay
CCJ and you pay it within the first 30 days, it comes straight off. So I've got the one. I'm like, I was fuming, mate, because you're talking parking fine. It cost me like 380 quid. 2 weeks later, I get another one through for the other one. So obviously I'd paid the one. They must have looked at it and gone, he's paying them now. So it cost me the best part of, it's over 700 quid in the space of 2 weeks to clear them. But because I'd just sorted out my credit file, I was like, I'm going to have to pay these now.
Listen, when my credit clears, and I have the best credit in the fucking world, trust me, it's taught me a lesson. Do you know what I mean? But I still have things creeping up on me from the past. 2 weeks ago, me and my boy laying in bed in my flat. Bash. I thought someone was trying to kick the door off. Bailiffs at my door. I've looked through the door, but I'm not stupid. I don't open the door to him, so they put something you can't. I said, what do you want? they said you owe £780 from a court fine 5 years ago. I said, what court fine? They said driving whilst disqualified or something, blah, blah. I was like, right, okay. I went, I've got no money, sorry. They went, that's all right. They said, we've clamped your Mercedes outside. You've got 1 hour to pay, otherwise we're towing your car. I looked out the window. They've blocked me in. They've clamped the car. They've blocked me in. I'm like, cunts, mate. Do you know what I mean? They had me. I was doing nothing to do about it. Yeah. I had the money in the flat, so I just paid them.
Yeah.
That's 780 quid I had to give them, right? But I have things like that all of a sudden keep coming up with me, and I'm like...
Unfortunately, mate, what you find as well is once you start paying them, they all come for you.
Mate. And the thing, you say that, when I was outside, I was talking to him. I don't know... I didn't have the outfit or anything. It's like fair dues, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I don't go down there screaming and shouting. I'm like, what's the fucking point? I was talking to him. He went, we've just checked your car plate, mate. He said, you do know you've got 2 outstanding fines for the Dartford crossing, didn't you? I went, oh, for fuck's sake. I went, how much is that? He said, they're both £112 each. He went, I'll give you a month to pay them. I went, all right, sweet. I said, I'll pay them next week, mate. So it's just, like you say, it just catch up when they do. Now they know where I fucking live.
Yeah, it's weird, you know, because when I went through my divorce, which is the best part of 10 years ago now, is in essence, on paper, I lost everything. So I got a house, mortgage, all the rest of it. So I had to sell the house, got rid of my car, all sorts. So, but what it did, it gave me this weird sense of freedom where I was like, well, I don't own nothing now. So fuck it, I'm not paying nothing. Because what you going to take off me? You can't take anything. But in the moment, it was this weird sense of freedom. What you don't realise is when you're in the moment, you're like, well, I don't own nothing. In 5 years' time, when you're back on your feet and you've...
Well, this when it comes back to wanting you, So when you want to start getting things in line and doing things, that's when everything catches up on you.
I think, mate, I can't remember whether it's 5 or 6 years. I think it's 6.
What, CCJ?
Yeah, no.
What are you on about?
Have you heard of statute barred?
No.
Okay, so I'd have to Google it, but it's either 5 years or 6 years. If a debt isn't collected within that time, it becomes what they call statute barred.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which means that legally it can't be enforced.
Oh, really?
They can ask you for life.
Lovely.
So I've got one of these, mate. So they can ask you for a lifetime to pay it. They can keep saying, Tyler, you've got to pay this. But there comes a point where the debt becomes statute barred. And after that point, they can't legally enforce it. So they can't take you to court. They can't send bailiffs. They can't do anything other than ring or write letters.
Paid them all now.
If it's within that time frame, mate, you're knackered. So what happened? I bet you it's 5 years, because my parking fines got to about 4.5 years. Then they took it through court.
Then they come through. Yeah.
So they must have realised that their time was getting close. But there is a point in time where it becomes statute barred. And it can't be collected upon. Anyone listening, Google the facts for that. It's either it's 5 or 6 years, and there is another rule within that. It's like you have to have ignored it for that period of time. If you've been in negotiation, so say I don't know, say you owe something, you owe £2,000, and you've been paying off tenner a week. The 5 years only starts from the point you stop paying and ignore it.
Oh, right, when you completely ignore
So if you've had an agreement,
if it's active, then when it goes into default, that's when it starts. Yeah, I understand.
I believe what it is, the government have to draw a line some point where they go, well, look, if you're owed that money, you can't go chasing them 10 years later. You should have pursued it before then. So, there is some kind of legislation. But, the reason I know this, mate, you might not have listened to these previous episodes, in fairness, but I worked as a bailiff for 4 years.
Oh, right, well, listen, I'm going to have a little chat with you after.
That's it,
Write down all the rules, mate.
I know a little bit about
this.
this.
I fucking paid them all now.
Yeah.
But, I had 60 grand worth of debt to pay, mate. From just this hole I dug from this crazy fucking 18 years, mate.
It's easily done though, mate.
Crazy 18 years, mate.
What I found with me personally, again, I ain't going to go into loads of detail with it, but I first defaulted. I had a situation over a car that was on finance. And it got defaulted and repossessed, but it was an argument to do with the divorce rather than because I didn't have the money. It was me being I look back now, I'd never have done it, but I was stubborn at the time, and anyway, I can go into it. But because I knew that had killed my credit rating, I just went, fuck it. Well, it's gone now.
I don't care.
It's gone now. So everything can go to hell. And that's what I did. So, but then, like you say, when you're in that moment, it's like, fuck it. But you don't realise, when you get a few years down the line.
Don't realise it, because later on down the line, you're going to need it. Like, I think, to be honest with you, your credit's so important. Your credit is probably one of the most important things you need to keep straight in your life. And I've learned the hard way with this. And now I'm learning the hard way. Look, I want to get a fucking new car. Like, I've got a nice car, but I want a new car. I love cars, man. I want a new car. A new car that I want like an R8 or something. It's £1,500 a month.
Beautiful car, yeah.
I can afford that fucking easy.
Mm.
The money I've going through my accounts, I can afford that fucking 5 times.
So because you got a 50 quid parking
But
fine,
my
they
fucking
won't let
credit's
you.
fucked. So they won't. I even tried the other week to get finance. I said, look, I can show you bank statements of money going through my accounts. I'll fucking clear that in the fucking day or two.
Mm.
But I can't get a fucking pint of milk on finance.
It's mad, isn't it?
Because my credit's fucked.
Yeah.
I said, I'll show you all my bank statements. I'm like, sorry.
Mm.
It's frustrating, but I think to myself, right, at the end of this 2 years, when that comes off, like everything will be in line for me and I can just fucking proceed with my life and get on with it.
All you're doing now, though, mate, you're building your
I'm
foundations ready.
setting the foundations.
Ready
Work's going well. Listen, next year for me is going to be massive. I know the amount of people, the orders. January is a very big month for me. I've got loads of things to build, big things, big money. And it's just going to keep on going. I'm just going to keep advertising, pushing it, because I've only been doing it a year, mate. Like, so it's just going to grow and grow and grow.
At the start, mate.
It's just going to grow, mate. And like, I'm going to be to the point where it's going to set me up for life. This, do you know what I mean? This little thing I've done, it's going to set me up for life.
Pulling it back, mate. Pulling back to the drink and drug side of things. But what was there a turning point or a point that you got to? Because
there was, mate. I'll tell you the turning point. Right, I told you I lost everyone. Of course, I'll never forget this. Yeah, it's another story. My pal used to import coke. Right, my best pal, but big. Like he's like 50 kilos. He's getting a week shipment.
Fucking hell.
Right, now just listen to this. Yeah. He's my best pal. We used to go out every weekend. We used to stay in top hotels, just going sniffing, drinking, blah, blah. Now, he sat down. I remember sitting down talking to him in this hotel in, Shoreditch. He went to me, Ty, he said, why don't you do a bit of driving work for me? He said, you only got to pick something up from, Folkestone, and take it to Northfleet. He said, I'll give you 15 grand a week. Yeah, listen to me. Right. Now, I looked at him, and I remember we was drinking this, and I said, Tom, I said, I can't do that. I've got Frankie, mate. I said, what happens if I get I said, I can't do that to him. But the thing is, that money rings bells in your head. You think, fuck me. He was only 50 grand a week. The bloke he was working for was only 400 grand a week, yeah? Like, serious money. When he comes around with the cash, you're like, fuck me, do I do it? I didn't do it because my son. Yeah, I didn't do it at all. 3 weeks later, he got arrested. He got 30 years.
30 years?
30 years.
Fuck,
he got the highest sentence ever given in the UK for importing coke. He got 30 years, yeah? He appealed it and got it down to 18, yeah?
So he's banged up now?
Gone. That was 6 years ago, yeah? But he was asking me 3 weeks prior to go work with him, and I said no. Yeah? That happened. My other pal, yeah, who had a car body shop, was importing benzocaine. Benzocaine is what the dentist use. Not illegal. It's what the dentist use, numbs your mouth. White, fluffy powder. So you mix it with a Coke, and people think they got good gear and mums your mouth, but it's not, yeah? The police put a tracker on the package that he had. They followed him about, and he was selling it to drug dealers. Yeah, he got 20 years. The product he was selling was not actually illegal to have.
So what did he get charged with?
Because he was supplying the illegal drugs trade, and then they said the street value of what you're importing and putting on the streets is excess millions. He got 20 years for it. 20 years.
Jesus Christ.
Then my other pal, I'll tell you all for my other mate, I smashed my car up. I did put a story in this. So I rang my mate up. I was going out for the weekend. I wanted a quarter of Coke, 300 quid. He went, course, Ty, come see me. I went and met him, drove down in my Mercedes, met him. We drove down a dead-end road. Now, he's pulled up in front of me. I jumped in his car, got in his car with him, had a little chat with him, give me the bits, blah, blah. Got back in my car. He's driven off down the road. It's a dead-end street. I swear to God, mate, this is the most scariest thing ever happened to me. There's 4 cars at the end of the road, yeah? Blokes jumped out, all the cars in hoodies, yeah? About 10, 15 geezers. Run at his car, yeah? He's seen them, he's panicked. Put his car into reverse, come flying up the road, gone over my car, up my bonnet, over my car, smashed the fuck out of my car, yeah? Within 5-10 seconds, I was pulled out of the car by these geezers, yeah? Pinned to the floor, twisting me up. Thought he was going to kill me. Thought it was a gang. They pulled cuffs out of their pocket as drug squad.
Fucking hell.
I was so fucking happy they was police.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was fucking dead.
Yeah.
The way this was all right, but they'd been following him. They knew. They said, what did you come and see him for? I said, it's my pal. I said, what's the matter? I went, all right, no worries. He had 4 kilos in his passenger seat. I didn't know about. They knew, but they knew because they'd been listening to his calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said, did you just give that to him? I said, listen. I said, you've been listening to his calls. I said, I'm not stupid. I said, you've been listening. I said, you knew he had that on him. Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And I said, if you really want to know what I'm doing, I said, look in my passenger seat. I said, I was getting that for the weekend, yeah? They went, all right. And I ended up getting away with it, walking away from that. But he got 12 years for that. He got 12 years for that. Another one of my pals around the other side of the world. And then, like, so I just lost all of my friends. But it was a blessing. Like I say, it was a blessing in disguise for me.
They ain't short stints, mate, are they?
It fucking, like, it just got me away from, like, all of that.
Do you know what, though? Fair play to you for not getting involved
mate,
in
listen,
it. Because, listen, even you just sitting there now going 15 grand a week.
Mate. Like, for an hour's work, driving from there for an hour. I was sitting there thinking, do I do it for a month or two to get the money?
That's what went through my head.
I just straight away. I thought I can go and buy this and go and buy that, but I thought I can't do it because if I got, then Frankie would lose me.
Yeah,
my son, I couldn't do that to him because like, my dad left when I was young, and I miss my dad, and I thought I can't have my son go through that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Fair play to you for staying strong on that, though, man. Because, like I say, that's a lot of fucking money,
mate. It's a lot of money, mate.
Jesus Christ, mate. So yeah,
and when you see the cash as well, when you see the fucking money in front of you that he's bringing around, like we're just going out, like it's crazy.
Yeah,
I can see how people get lost in it. I can see like people they just see the money and they're like, I want more, I want more.
And were your mates that were caught up in that? Were they using as well?
All of them, all use, all take drugs. Everyone takes drugs. The thing is that the geezer in the car, he was always stoned. He shouldn't have been doing that. He was always, he pulled, I mean, I got out, he was always stoned, my pal. Yeah. He'd turn up, couldn't just about talk, laughing and joking. Yeah. So he ain't got a fucking clue what's going on. He should not have been doing that. Yeah. That's how he slipped up. That's how he's got caught. Now he's paid the price for it. My pal Tom, who got 30 years, yeah, that was a very clever organisation. Very, very clever. Right. And it was done by a Forex trader, an office bod. Yeah. He set it all up, was paying my mate to have it all in his name. That bloke's still free now, the bloke, because he had nothing in his name. They started up a meat company, bought a refrigeration lorry, yeah? They was buying chicken from abroad, putting the cocaine inside the frozen chicken, freezing it, bringing it back over the border. Now at the border, the fucking police won't defrost chicken for 12 hours, so just letting it all go through.
Mate, this sounds like a fucking movie.
Listen, letting it go through, yeah? It's coming through week in, week out, 50 kilos, bang, yeah? The only way it slipped up was, right, they got a driver to do the job that they offered me, yeah? The driver handed 10 kilos out of the fucking window in front of police. Got caught. Undercover police, yeah? In a bag, right? Listen. Got caught, grasped the whole situation, grasped everyone up. The next week when the lorry come through, police pounced my mate, and that's how he got caught. But that was done very cleverly. That if he didn't root the driver, that would have kept running that.
Do you know what, mate? That makes sense, though, doesn't it? Because the frozen chicken's
mate, it was so clever. And I'll tell you what he was doing before that, yeah? There's him putting puff, yeah? Yeah, in a lorry. Listen to this. Boxing bags, yeah? They was taking all the stuff in out. You know, sports boxing bags?
Yeah.
They opened up a sports company, bringing over loads of boxing bags in the back of a lorry, taking all the stuff in out of the middle of them, filling it all with puff, putting in a lorry. It don't scan. It's clever shit, mate. It's clever shit, trust me. It never got caught. They done it week in, week out. They end up just stopping it. Like because on the scanners, puff don't show up on scanners. Yeah. It's like a airy, dry bud. Mate, there's it's clever ways. Listen, it's going all the time, mate.
Imagine the smell of that when you eat the bag.
Fucking hell. So I was around all this sort of shit. Do you know what I mean? Constantly. Yeah. But like I say, they all got locked. Everyone got locked up, and it's just for me. It's fucking
Are these lads that you knew from like childhood?
Mate, I know them from school. One of them was from school. Then it's just people I've met along the way. But
was that like?
But listen, they're not people. I know they're drug dealers, but they're not. They're the nicest people you ever fucking meet. Walk down the street, old doors. They're nice people.
Yeah.
But obviously, people hear the word drug dealer, they shut down and like, oh, that's terrible. That's like, do you know what I mean? Like,
drug dealer, not gangster,
mate. Yeah, that's it. But you watch films. You get like a perception of drug dealers to be these horrible fuckers, come around, shoot you, kill you. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. They're office bods now in suits, paying people to fucking... It's just clever people want to earn money. It's not like... You're not gangsters. Don't get me wrong, it probably still does go on out there. But like nowadays, it's just normal fucking people, mate. Everyone's a fucking drug dealer, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just craziness, mate. But... So that's what I was around, mate, constantly. But like I say, I keep saying it, they all got fucking locked up. And for me now, my life, I've been arrested about 10 times at getting caught up with all these people.
Yeah.
I've been arrested in and out. I've never got locked up. I got arrested about 10, 15 times. Been on tag, community service, just from hanging around with these people.
Yeah.
With like getting caught up in the wrong thing. Like, you know, you say you hang around with people, and I'm just to tell you one quick story, and I'm going to finish it with that. I picked my pal up, yeah. He had a kilo of coke on him. He said, Ty, we've got to go and change some number plates. He's bought a stolen Range Rover. Can we put the kilo of coke at your house quickly? I went, all right, sweet. Put it under my bed. We went and changed the plates on the car, yeah. Got back in the car. He drove off. I dropped him to his house, right? He'd get changed. Said, come pick us up. And I went, sweet, no worries. See you soon. I've driven off, yeah. Pulled up in a petrol station. I've had police swarm my car, yeah? Like, pull me out of the car. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what? I said, the car's insured. The car's not stolen. Got no drugs on me. I've not taken it. I'm sweet. They went, my pal left the key for the fucking Range Rover in my car. The stolen Range Rover. They went, whose is that key there in your car? I looked at it and I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, that's my friend's. They went, no. I went, it's my mate's. I said, I don't know. I said, I've had quite a few people in my car today. They went, oh, yeah. I went, yeah. They went, if that key opens up the Range Rover that you've just been seeing that, yeah? They said, you've been arrested for handling stolen goods, yeah? Mm-hmm. They then said, if you get arrested for stolen goods, we've then got the right to search all of your properties. I've got a kilo of coke under my bed. Yeah?
Fucking hell, mate. Yeah.
Right.
So your arsehole's going at this point,
right.
isn't it?
So now I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck, all right. Not even my coke, not even my fucking car, but this is a situation where I'm hanging around with the fucking wrong people, yeah? So they said, where'd you live? I said, give them my mum's address. We've all driven around to my mum's. They went, your clothes ain't there. Your clothes ain't there, nothing said. I went, where'd you live? I went, I sent them to my old girlfriend's. My old girlfriend wasn't in at the time. She was at work. They kicked the fucking door off. They went, your clothes ain't there, mate. They said, where'd you live? Luckily for me, yeah, I rented the flat cash. Wasn't in my name.
Right.
Yeah. The only bill that I was on was Virgin Media TV. Yeah. I got arrested on a Saturday night. Police can only keep you 24 hours about charging you. Yeah. They took me back to the police station and said, where's it? I said, listen, I said, I haven't got an address. I walked around that cell for 24 hours, shit in my pants, thinking, if they go back there, I'm fucking going to get 5 years. Yeah. They didn't find out where I lived because it was a Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday. They let me go. I jumped straight in my fucking car. I went and changed the car in case I put a tracker on it. My mum was doing overtime. I've gone straight to my fucking flat, got that thing and just threw it out and a couple of rows down. I said, mate, go and get your fucking thing. Got away with it, mate. But not got away with it, but that was a close call for me.
Yeah,
it was a close call for me, just saying your day can just flip like that just from hanging around with the wrong people.
Yeah, absolutely.
But not saying the wrong people, they're my friends. But like what I'm saying is I was involved in that life and I've had loads of things like that happen to me. And it's like, I'm lucky that I'm still here, if I'm being honest. I think if it weren't for my boy, I probably wouldn't fucking be here. I'd be probably fucking locked up with him because I ended up doing something stupid to get fucking big money quick.
Yeah.
Yes, but my boy saved me, I think. It grounded me. My boy lives with me full time.
Okay.
After the last 2 years, he lives with me full time because
How old's your lad?
He's 13. It keeps me grounded.
Yeah.
It keeps me grounded. And also, I want him with me as well. I like having him with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
your purpose, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my purpose. Love him to bits. My best mate. Love him to bits. And it's like, and the thing is with him, I've got a lovely setup now with work. Get up in the morning, take him to school, go to my workshop, pick him up from school, go and get dinner. I've got a nice, chilled environment. I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in my life.
That's nice, mate.
I'm probably the happiest I've ever been. I've got no stress. I see what I think a lot of that boils down to. Not having a girlfriend. I'm telling you. Yeah. Every bird I've had, they just do my fucking head in. Like, you raring, stress. You got to do this, got to do that. I haven't had a bird for 5 years. I've got no mates. I've got no one ringing me, trying to influence me or do this or come out or do it. I'm just stress free. I'm sweet. I mean, I've got no. Do you know what I mean? Like, the only thing that's on my mind is just sorting my credit out so I can fucking get on with my life.
Mate, I like to hear it, man.
So, that for me,
you've teetered on the edge a few times by the sound of it, but you're a real bloke that's come from a real black background and been around stuff that a lot of us were around in that time. I had the same thing, friends of mine that had spates of drug dealing, a few close calls myself. It's easily done.
So easy, mate.
And it's literally like you could turn left when you should have turned right, and
Mate, your day
your
can
whole life can change.
like that, mate. Like that, it's scary shit how quick it can just flip on you, and it opens your eyes to things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you live that life and you do that shit, you got to respect that. One day you can be walking along, happy as Larry. Next minute you're in jail.
Yeah,
like and my pal, it's like so. It's obviously it's best not to do that shit. Do you know what I mean? Stay fucking well clear of it.
I mean, getting on to from somebody that's been through that.
Yeah.
If there's somebody out there listening now that's thinking, you know, man, Tyler, that sounds a bit like that's me now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what would you say to anyone?
I'll tell you exactly what I say to people. I say, if you're in that situation, I say you've got to get away from your friends. I say, I know and that's quite harsh, but if you're involved with people that do that, you've got to pull away from them. Otherwise, you will always be involved and always have it in your life, and it's not going to end up good. It's just not going to end up good. Do you know what I mean? So you've just got to pull away. You've got to be strong, stand on your fucking own, mate. I mean, for me, I was forced into it, but I'm glad it happened to me. Like now, I just stand on my own, mate.
Got no
mates, lovely environment. You've just got to. That saying, what's that saying? If you hang around with 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6.
Yeah.
You hang around with 5 plonkers, you'll be the 6. Blah blah. You've just got. But the thing is, I know it's hard to find new friends because your friends are normally from school, people you've known for a long time. But the best thing you can do is just fucking pull away from them. If they're wrong or they're just going out, they're negative people, taking drugs, they're not going nowhere in life. You've just got to pull away from them.
You can't expect to make a change like that, mate, can you? Like, if you turn around one day and you think, right, the drugs ain't for me no more, but you'll still go into the pub and hanging around people doing drugs.
It's the same sort of shit, mate. You end up doing it, and also you're still involved with the same people.
Well, listen, mate, it's the reason why Alcoholics Anonymous don't have their meetings in a pub.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's essentially what you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly,
really?
Exactly
you can turn around and say, I don't want to do it no more.
But I'm still involved with myself.
But I'm going to go down the boozer Friday, Saturday, because that's what I do. You're not giving yourself the best chance of change,
you're not. And the thing is, luckily for me is, and that sounds crazy, I don't like the taste of any alcohol. I don't like alcohol, so I never crave a drink. Whereas a lot of people, they love a beer, I want to go down and have a beer. I never have that. I used to drink whiskey to level me out when I sniff.
Right.
Yeah, just drink strong drinks. But I don't ever sit there and think, I fancy a beer. Or I fancy. So for me, I'm quite lucky with that. Like now, I don't ever sit there and think, do you know what? I fancy a line of Coke or I fancy a fucking beer. I don't.
So do you stay away from alcohol because that leads you to the
now listen to this.
Coke?
Alcohol, if I have 1 or 2 drinks, which I don't really, but if I have 1 or 2 drinks, then I have to have Coke with it. I cannot do one or the other.
One goes hand in hand.
It has to be the pair of them. I can't do them without each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If I have a couple of beers, I know I'm sniffing. Or if I step foot in a pub or go out with my mates or do this or do that, and because I know that, I stay away from it. Like that's with my brother's engagement party, that I thought I could conquer it, but when I got there, like I say, you put yourself in that environment, that person is still inside me from my 20s. It's never going to leave me. So if you're stupid enough to put yourself in that environment, then you've got to respect the worst, haven't you?
Yeah.
But the thing I say to myself now is I don't beat myself up about it. I think if I can just control it down to once a year or something like that, it's not a problem.
If it's a behaviour pattern that don't cause an issue,
exactly,
it's not a problem.
I think things are only become a problem in life if they're affecting your life.
100%. Yeah.
If you're drinking and it's affecting your work, your family life, then you've got to stop drinking or whatever whatever. But if you can drink and it not affect your life, then it ain't really a problem, if that makes sense. That's how I look at things. Do you know what I mean? I think it might differ to that, but if I could just do 1 packet of Coke and go home, I'd do it every fucking Friday. Like my pals do it. Just go out for a casual. Yeah. But me, I can't.
But you can't.
I can't.
Yeah.
I buy 15 fucking packets and sit there for 3 days. I can't do it. So I have to stay away from it. Like people in me, I'll try to fancy a couple of beers tonight. We're only going out for a couple of hours. I'm like, mate, I can't do that, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's no point.
Well, that's you knowing yourself, though, Tyler.
I know now. But the thing is, it's like I have a war going on in my head. I'll just go out, just have a little beer, get a little packet. I can't do
You watch
that.
Dapper Laughs,
Yeah,
the Sesh Gremlin.
I haven't seen that. No. I know Dapper Laughs.
The little skit he does, mate. He's got this geezer with a cone on his head. He calls it the Sesh Gremlin.
Oh, is it?
And he always talks about that little thing in his ear going, "Come on, mate, it's Friday, it's Friday,
exactly.
it's Friday."
Yeah, it's like, but now I'm lucky. I don't get that really anymore. I don't I think as time's gone on, the older I get, I don't need it anymore.
Rewire your brain, mate.
I wish I had my head now 20 years ago. I'd be so fucking sorted in life, trust me.
Have you replaced it with anything, Tyler?
Mate, do you know what? I haven't, nothing at all. I've just started training again, going gym. My passions in life is cars, and I do like gym. The thing is, the gym, I've always been held back with the drugs. So now I've just started training again recently. And that's it really much. When keep training, and that's my passion, cars. But I haven't really replaced it with anything, mate. But I don't feel like I need to. I've got my son. I go to work. I'm quite happy.
You're a dad.
I'm sweet. I'm cool. Like he loves cars. My boy loves cars. So we go out in the car evenings, go to a few car meets, like just look at nice. That's what we like. It's our little thing. Do you know what I mean? That's our thing. So we just all I want to do. That sounds great. I just want to get a nice new motor. That's just on my mind all the time. Just want to get a nice because we love cars. That's our thing. Me and him.
Hey, goals are important.
Yes, you got to go. I've got everything planned out. When my credit clears, I'm going to buy a little flat, like 2-bed flat. Spin it myself. Do all the tiling, bathroom, kitchen, new carpets, new fucking paint. Just gut it, flip it. I just want to keep doing that one a year. Just one a year. Yeah, throughout my fucking 40s. Get a new car, get my credit sorted. I've got all these goals in my head, which is so easily achievable for me. It's so easily for anyone, really. If you work like you've got your credit's good, it's easily achievable. But my paperwork's, I'm just getting all sorted. Like I say, Chuck, this is where the past come back to me. My paperwork is all and it's so fucking frustrating, mate. Like the amount of money I have going in my account on last month, like I'm like, look at the money I earned, and they can't give me a car. And I'm like, mate, it's just it does really give me the It gets me down, man. Because that's what I love. I just want to get a fucking nice car, not to show off. I like racing. I just love some speed for it. I just love fucking racing.
You do track days, anything like that?
I don't do things like that now, but I just love racing motorways at night, other cars and that, like big motor. We go and meet people, like that's my thing. That's just my thing. Some people like fishing, some people like golf. That's my thing. Cars.
What car do you drive?
I've got an E63 AMG Mercedes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
But I've had it all tuned up. It's a fucking fast car.
What brake?
It's 700 brake horsepower. I'll show you it for you guys around the back.
Nice.
But I've got a little car page, but it's a nice motor. It's a really nice car, but I've had it for 9 years.
What's your car page, mate? Give it a shout.
It's my number plate, Tyler, TY11ER_U.
Okay.
Tyler, you
go give him a follow.
But I've got a private plate that says Tyler. That's my Instagram page. But the car, what was I saying? I've had it for 9 years now.
Yeah.
Don't want to sound ungrateful, but I'm fucking bored of it. If you have, no matter what you have in life, everything you get, it comes to a point where it gets boring. You want new. You just want to upgrade. Then you want something different. I've had it for 9 years, and I want a new motor. So that's just my priority. And that might sound crazy to some people. That's just my priority. That's what I'm gunning for. And as soon as my credit clears, mate, I'm going straight to the fucking Audi dealer or a Lamborghini dealer, mate, and get a fucking supercar, mate. That's it.
Fair play.
That's it, mate. But that's it.
So when you see Tyler in a Lambo, you know what's happened.
Yeah, my name on the fucking
his credit's
plate.
gone all right.
My credit's cleared. And if there's anyone out there that can clear my credit before that, please get in touch.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? I won't go too far off on it, but I've thought about that myself because similar situation with me and like me and my missus. So we rent our house. And we can prove, look, we've paid like decent amounts of rent for 6 years. Yep. Yet if you go to the mortgage company, they'll go, yeah, you can't afford it.
It's crazy,
You're
mate.
like, well,
they want
I clearly can.
They want the amount of paperwork they want for our mortgage. It's like, I look at it and I think, fuck me. I think it's easier just to try and save the money up.
Oh, mate, it's mad now. You'll probably remember the good old days of self-cert.
No, don't go on.
You know?
No, go on.
Oh, mate, self-cert mortgages. So I'd have been...
So I've never had a mortgage. So go on.
Probably early 20s. Yeah. You used to be able to go to the bank and, as it sounds, self-certify. So you could walk in as a self-employed bloke and go, yeah, I earn 100 grand a year profit. And they'd go, all right then. And that was it. You literally didn't have to show proof.
I know it's easy to get mortgages back in the day.
Yeah, but I think to be honest, the bank used to look at it and they used to go, well, self-employed.
It's theirs anyway, the bank. So it's like this, isn't it?
Exactly. So you used to be able to self-certify. And then there was the big crash where you had, because they were giving out 110% mortgages at one stage, weren't they? 110, 120%. I know some people that got caught out on it, big price crash, where they've given out 110% of the property value based on the fact that the property was going to be worth more. But at that stage, as I say, you used to be able to self-certify. Now you get raked over the coals going, oh, hold on, you have your haircut twice a month. And how much you're paying on a haircut?
Go for it.
Yeah, it's mad. Absolutely mad. Oh,
it's crazy,
2 Nandos a month, don't you think that? That's a bit extravagant. But yeah, it's crazy, mate, the world we live in now. Personally, again, I won't get drift off on it too long. I think the UK is fucked. When it comes to financials.
There's a lot of shit going on, mate. It's fucking, like I say. But like I say, so when I look at all this shit, you've got getting all my paperwork in line, I think to myself, would it just be fucking easier just to save for fucking 3-4 years and try and buy a little flat outright?
Maybe. It depends what you are doing, mate. If you're doing what you want to do, which is flip it, don't really matter, does it?
Yeah,
you want to put your minimum...
But I'll just see what happens with it, like near the time. But That's what I'm do. Just buy a little place, flip it, and just keep upgrading over the years. Do that for 10 years till I'm 50. Then when I'm 50, be mortgage free. I don't want a big house. I don't want houses. And that sounds great. It don't really interest me, mate.
Yeah.
I want a nice little stylish apartment, like 2-bedroom penthouse flat, or saying a nice stylish gaff.
Tyler, something like that where you're from, mate. A 2-bed flat where you're from. It'd be like an 8-bed mansion up here.
Yeah, I know. No, trust me, I know it is, mate. Like my 1-bed flats, 2-bed flats, 350 grand. Like just for 2-bed flats, but that's where I live. But like, I know you get a lot more up here if you're doing that, but
you do.
I don't want a big house. I just want a nice little flat, nice motor, and I'm happy. I don't want much really. Do you know what I mean? I'm not one of these people that's into jewelry, all these fucking watches and shit. Like certain things. Everyone's for. I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but like everyone's for their own. Like,
listen, I think I'm a big believer that men in particular, we need a purpose.
Yeah.
And if your purpose is providing a good life for your kid and getting yourself a nice car, nice business, that gives you your goals. Then
you've got to have goals. Listen, you've got to have goals and you've got to have dreams. If you've got no dreams, even if it's crazy dreams, you've got to have something, because otherwise you're not going to get out of bed in the morning.
Exactly that, mate.
If you've got like, you're not looking forward to nothing, you're not like, you don't want to buy nothing, then why are you getting out of bed?
But it's also, mate, it's what keeps you on the right path, isn't it?
It does, mate. Of course,
because when you've got that decision on Friday night,
of course, mate.
Do I go down the pub? Hold on,
that.
Look, I've got things I want to achieve.
Exactly that, mate.
That's what keeps you on the right path.
Exactly that.
So
one thing I noticed as well from stopping the drugs and the drink as well, like I'm just so much more on the ball at work, man. Like I wake up every fucking weekend fresh, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when normally I'd be rough as fuck or still up or like dying from the fucking week. Now you're so clear-headed. You're so focused on work, you achieve so much more. Like it's just for me, like the last year, for me, I don't really touch or drink drugs much anymore. Work's just gone through the roof, man.
Yeah,
and I know it's just going to get better and better and better.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I can't push that point across to people enough, because there's a lot of people out there watching this that drink and sniff, but they're caught up in that little rut. They do it every week. They start feeling better on the Friday, then they do it again, feel rough all week. You've got to step away from it. And then when you step away from it, just step away from it for a month or two of your life. Just see how you feel. Then you feel amazing. Then you won't want to go back, man, because you achieve so much more. You spend more time with your family. You just achieve so much more money financially. Like your life blossoms and just gets so much better in every way possible. And it's like, I can't push that point enough. But most people don't step away from it to find out. They don't want, oh, fuck it, go for a drink Friday. Every weekend, go. They've just got to step away from it for 1 or 2 months of their life, just to try it, experience the fucking, the fresh air on a Sunday morning.
It's the thing, mate, there's so many lads out there struggling, like with their mental health and stuff like that. But then if you look at their patterns, mate, it's exactly that.
They're not taking any steps to fucking get away from it.
There we go. Yeah.
There's all these people like depressed and are miserable, but they're drinking and taking drugs every fucking week.
Yeah.
If they stop doing that, they'll feel 10 times better.
There you go.
And then when they go to fucking work, they'll have more enthusiasm at work. They'll do better at work, start getting more money at work. Won't feel rough at work, rather than going there like, it's home time yet. Looking at the clock all fucking day, like I used to do. Do you know what I mean? Just everything, your life just completely flips. It is a game changer. Like, so many people message me saying, I ain't drunk for a year or two now as well. We'll never go back. It's a game changer. It is a fucking game changer. It changes your life for the better. And like, I'm 38. I've only just realised it the last year or two. But it's not too late. Do you know what I mean?
Not at all, mate.
It's not too late. So I can't even, like, people watching this, you're older than me, just got to step away.
Listen, the thing is as well, it's easy to regret stuff, but to a degree, you have to have experienced what you've experienced to know the difference.
Of course you do. Yeah.
So you can now appreciate sober life.
Yeah, of course, mate.
Because you've lived the other side.
Yeah,
if you hadn't have had that experience, you wouldn't know what you know now.
Exactly that, mate.
So,
what's it? Look, lessons in life. Let them make you. Don't let them break you.
100%, mate. But if you hadn't have been through that, you wouldn't know the difference. You wouldn't be the man you are today, sat there with the plans you've got. And by the sounds of it, mate, you're lining up for the next decade to be your best decade.
Mate, that's it. When I'm 40, I've got it set in me, and that sounds crazy. I'm going to train really hard next year. Just train the gym, put on some size, do a cut. I'm going to have the best body I've ever had. Go and start doing property. I've got it all set out in my head. I've got a good game plan.
Good, man.
And when you train, you feel better about yourself.
Yep.
Like, do you know what I mean? I just want to do. I've got everything set out in my head. So it's just, it will fall into place. Definitely fall into place. Listen, I know it's going to fall into place. I'll make it happen. Do you know what I mean? That's it. I ain't taking no for an answer of it, really. It's just, I'm going to do it, and that's it.
Love it.
That's it, mate.
Love it, mate. Appreciate it. Well, listen, man, I massively appreciate the openness of you coming in and talking about that.
That's cool, mate.
Before we do wrap things up, Tyler, is there anything that we haven't spoken about that you wanted to?
Not really, mate. No, I think I covered with the drugs and that. My problems of addiction, my work and that. The twats on social media, I spoke about them.
You got a few minutes.
I've got a few little quotes, 2 quotes I want to give to people. Because what people do is they give up on things. They don't ever take. They've got dreams. They don't ever pursue them. Yeah. Got a little quote here is: never give up on a dream just because the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. Yeah. And I've got a follow-up one for that as well. Yeah. It might not happen overnight, but if you quit, it won't happen at all. Yeah, so you made the decision, you start. It may take you 1, 2, 3 or 4 years to achieve your dream, whatever it is. Yeah, but you will achieve it and you will get it. Yeah, but you've just got to start. Yeah, but most people don't even bother starting; they just give up on it and they go through life miserable. And it's like you've just got to stop. You've got to make the start, then you have it. What's better, having it in 3 or 4 years or not having it at all? Whatever your dream is, whatever your ambition is. Do you know what I mean?
Good advice, mate. So it's good advice. Good place to leave
them
things.
Little quotes keep me going. They keep me going. Like, I think it's going to take me a couple of years to get things sorted, but I will have it. I will have it. Rather than sitting thinking, oh, fuck it. Because I ain't going to get it out. Bollocks to it. I'm going to go down a pub, get a couple of packets and just fuck it all off. Can't think like that. I think if I keep doing what I'm doing now, in 2 years, I'll have the car, I'll have the house. That's it.
There you go, mate.
Like, it don't happen overnight, but it would happen. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Sweet, mate.
Tyler, where can people find you, mate, that don't already know?
I am Tyler the Tyler. Instagram, Tyler the Tyler. Yeah, you probably heard of me before. Well, if you're a tradesman, you probably heard of me. Yeah, it's just type in Tyler the Tyler, it will come up.
There you go. And, if you don't already, go give Tyler a follow. As I say, mate, massive thank you for giving up your time and coming in and talking today.
No problem, mate.
It's these conversations, mate, people resonate with. It will make a real difference.
Of course, mate.
Before we do wrap things up, a big thank you to the Funky Peach, who have provided the guest merchandise, the workwear that I have given Tyler already. So Tyler's going away with a nice hat, a hoodie, a T-shirt. So thank you to you guys for providing them. It really does help support the podcast. Yeah, I guess that's it then.
Sweet, Russ. Thanks,
that's it, mate. Absolute pleasure. And just so you know, I don't know when you're listening to this right now, but this is the last recorded episode of 2024. So big year next year. 2025 is going to hold big things for the podcast. Like Tyler, big plans over this side as well. Brilliant. So yeah, last one in for 2024, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. Brilliant. Catch you soon on the next one.
Take care, people.